Hello, this is 3-color green, white, red enter the battlefield tribal. I mean, I guess it's not really a tribe, but we're playing a lot of things that want things to be entering the battlefield. So you got your Lunark veteran to be gaining some life off of these dudes. Intrepid adversary, when he enters, you get to pay 2 and grow your whole team. Draw a card with companion. Gatekeeper, doing a 2 of. It gets to exile stuff from the graveyard. Either a graveyard, and then whenever that spell is played or a land is played, then the controller loses 2 life. This devastates some decks, especially like the mono blue deck. I mean, they can bounce it, but he's going to do damage and then come back the next turn. Gala Greeters, lots of interactions with that. Beast Caller is a 1 of. Same with Park Heights Pegasus, commando as well. Berlucathar, 3 of. He enters and exiles stuff. Mage's Attendant creates a wizard that counters spells, non-creature spells. 2 of Welcoming Vampire. Many creatures in this deck have power 2 or less. Get to draw some cards. 1 of Green Widow. It's got reach, it's got trample. Reach is the main thing we're looking for. King Darien is a 1 of as well. Other creatures you control get +1/+1, and you can pay 5, put a counter on him to create a soldier. You can sacrifice him to get your tokens to have hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. That's not as useful as I would like it to be. A lot of the sweepers in standard right now are -X/-X or exile. So his main thing is just to pump the team. Kind of like a 4th Intrepid Adversary that has the benefit of not having to pay as much to get the +1/+1, and he can use some stuff later on. The main thing, the reason there's so many 1-ofs in this deck, and a couple of 2-ofs, but is Rocco Cabaretti Caetera. So when he enters the battlefield, if you cast him, you get a search your library for a creature card with mana value X or less, put it on the battlefield. So, 6 mana, you can get anything in your deck except for Jetmir and Helena and Elena, which are also 1-ofs. Jetmir can just win the game on the spot, and Helena and Elena makes your things bigger throughout the game. So they are very good targets for Rocco later, but the main thing for him is kind of getting these 1-ofs like Darien to grow the team, or mainly Brutal Cathar when they've got a creature you want to get rid of. Like, okay, well, I'm going to get rid of your creature, and now I have 2 creatures. Then you have Arlen, the Pax Hope. She's nice because her +1 on the front side, the daybound side, until your next turn you may cast creature spells as though they had flash. Each creature you control enters with an additional +1 counter on it. And all of our deck, except for her, are creatures. So that is amazing. When she comes into play, typically it's creating 2 wolf tokens to help with the Gala Greeters, get some counters, gain some life, or get some treasure tokens, depending on where you're at, or gain some life from the Lunark veteran, or even activating the Park Heights Pegasus. Forgot to talk about this. This one's just a nice 1-of because when it gets in, if you played 2 creatures, you get to draw a card. So card draw there. It might be better off as a 3rd Welcoming Vampire, but it's just kind of nice to have an early thing that flies and has trample. Not a thing to overlook, especially with our pump effects. Single Cabaret Courtyard, 3 Farmland, Sundown Pass, 4 Rockvale Vale. Yeah, it's kind of a work in progress, but I like all of the tutor targets we have, and it's been doing well. So let's see how we do today. Hello. Doing red, white, green, enter the battlefield tribal, I suppose, if you wanted to call it a tribal deck. Just a lot of value going against Immortal QC. Immortal. You spelled immortal wrong, buddy. Maybe the other one was already taken. This hand is keepable. We can skip the turn 1 Lunark veteran if we want. It depends on if we draw an untapped land. And then go right into some of these other things. But I think that'll be fine to play these off curve if we needed to. It's a blue. We mono blue? Or we blue black? Blue black, alright. So I kinda am fine with playing Intrepid Adversary here. Seeing if we can draw out a removal. Okay, we just draw out a removal anyway. So we could play the Lunark Veteran. Yeah, let's just do that. If you're gonna use a removal spell on him, I'll bring him right back. Now he's a flyer. And now we can play out other things if we would like. I think just swinging in for one first is fine. See what you got going on. Okay, you're going to spend removal on him. Excellent. So we'll play the Cemetery Gatekeeper. Exile one of these. Could have got one, or could have gotten 2 damage out of him, but they would have gotten our Gatekeeper. And now Gatekeeper can hopefully take over the game a little bit as far as just damage output to the opponent. Get a land. I'm going to play the Adversary first, so we can pump the Gatekeeper and see if that prompts a removal spell. Does not. Tainted Indulgence, discard a Katose. Alright. They're going to look. They're all creatures. Which one you want? I feel like Attendant's probably the weakest of the bunch. Get to draw. So we could play our land. Play Attendant if we wanted to. I don't see any of these being useful as far as really anything goes. So if we attack all out, then we don't have to worry about getting wrecked by a board wipe. So we'll just pass. This is where you want a hasty thing in your deck. So they wipe the board, and then you play a hasty guy, and finish him off. I mean, that might be something worth looking into. The Thundering Raiju is a nice one. Helena and Elena, I guess they don't give themselves haste. They murder. How can you murder? Right, opponent down to 1. Your last removal spell cannot be an instant. It is, and that's the game. So Cemetery Gatekeeper. Cleaning up shop. Good game, Gatekeeper. Alright, a little slow start. I mean, we still get to turn 2, turn 3. We get to curve out a little bit, so it's keepable. Naya enter the battlefield. Gaining life seems really good against this deck. They could waste a burn spell on our veteran. If they do, that means it's not getting our face. So no matter what, he's doing some stuff. And he needs to do some stuff. My goodness. That's about to flip. So let's play the Adversary. We will lose him when blocking. But we will gain some life in the process. What you got? Burn spell? Hot potato? Spirited Companion might have been a better choice there. My mouse is being weird. I might have to change the battery in this bad boy. Alright, so we gain some life. And we gain some more life. We just need to gain enough life to get to the lands in our deck. Yay, I did it. And I think we still hold back here just in case they have any hasty boys. Because we're not going to be winning by picking them off little bit by little bit, I think. think the real victory will be once we stabilize. And that only happens... Ooh. I think we commando. And we get rid of Kumano to weaken their next play. Yes. I don't want their next creature to be bigger. I want it to be a little 1/1 again. Because who knows? It could be the hasty 2/3 boy. Stormseeker? Storm guy? Mr. Stormy? Storminson? Stormin Johnson? Either way, we're just gaining 1 life, so I'd rather try to draw into another land. And I'm not going to play the Green Widow until I've played, I think until I've played King Darien. Here I think I can attack, and maybe I shouldn't. Maybe that was a bad idea. No! Good thing you're not a spirit. But now you're a spirit. And now I can block the Phoenix chick. You didn't think about that, did you? That does damage to me now. But you have no more cards in hand, which means I win. I don't have life gain anymore. Fiddlesticks. Okay, well, we got rid of both of their removal spells. And we have a blocker now for their flyers. So they have to top deck removal. And then next turn we could also play Welcoming Vampire and try and block that way. Because if they have removal, we can go down. Okay, they draw removal. Okay, we're down to 2. Draw the land. Play the Welcoming Vampire. I don't want to attack with... I mean, I guess I can attack with one of these guys. But I want to be able to kill if they have a thing. Come on. You got nothing. I really need a land. Okay. They had it. They got it. Good game. Good game. Alright, end of the battlefield dot deck. This hand seems keepable. And all 3 of our colors right off the bat. And Gallant Greeters will be nice. Going against a white-green. See how many other colors they're playing. Just white-green? I don't believe it. I can't believe it. Alright, we'll play the Gatekeeper, not exiling anything, but we'll get a treasure token. And pass turn. They'll likely make their Kami a little bit bigger than Gatekeeper here. Okay. More of a life gain based one. Swinging in. I'll take it. Alright, so we get to play a 3-drop or a 5-drop. I kind of like the idea of playing Rocco and grabbing another dude. So play this on X equals 2. And let's figure out what 2-drop we want to get. Let's get a treasure token. Take action. Spirited Companion would be nice. Another Gallant Greeter could be good. Lunarch Veteran to stem a little bit of the blood flow also could be good. Now, I think Spirited Companion is just a solid choice. With the draw card, make this guy a little bit bigger. And we'll swing in for 2. Yeah, that sounds good. I've been thinking about putting in, instead of the Topiary Stomper, putting in the Flash creature from Dominaria United that when it enters battlefield, it creates another token. That way you can get more of these Gallagreater 2-for-1s. Also works well with Pegasus. Stomper is just a nice body, but you know, it doesn't have as much synergy with the rest of the deck. Alright, so we have 5 mana here. If we play Jetmir, then I'll get Vigilance and a little bit bigger. I think we start with the Companion. See what we draw. We'll create a treasure token. We know we're going to get another thing for a counter. Beautiful, beautiful. Brutal Cathar. Brutiful. Let's exile the Kami. Get a counter. And swinging in with a Gatekeeper could be good. They have to triple block and we get rid of their Naturalist. Yeah, let's do that. It would put us down a creature if they blocked. I don't see that happening. Alright, you know, I didn't see that happening, so we'll see. They can play a Sigarda's Splendor for 3 mana and have a follow-up. Hallowed Haunting. That's also good if they have a follow-up, which they do. But we've got 6 guys. So that means that all of our guys are going to have Trample. Get a land. So we could Rocco for a 3-drop. I don't think there's any 3-drops that we really want. So Jetmir seems like the best option here. Because we'll have... Our guys are going to do a lot of damage. Other option is Stomper Attendant. So that next turn we'll be able to just swing in with everything for lots of damage. Yeah, let's go with that line. Treasure token. And does it matter what land I get? I could see getting a mountain. Made his attendant. Auto pay. Dun, 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 dun. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe we could 4, 3. We have enough to do both, so let's swing with the Gatekeeper again and see if they want to trade off anybody. They don't. And these little incremental bits of damage might matter. If we don't draw a land, Stomper can't attack, which could be bad. Everything is flying in vigilance now. Oh no, oh boy. It's also big. Do we each draw 2 cards? I have not seen this be used at all. Is it a bird spirit? No, it's just a bird. Alright, down to 8. Ouch. So I mean, I guess we just go Lunarch Veteran, because I want to gain a little bit of life. Into Jetmir. I guess we could have played Rocco. +1 counter. Everybody get in. How will you block? Everything is big enough to hit through all of your guys. It turned out they didn't have the removal spell, so it would have been okay to play Jetmir last turn. and maybe get in for a little extra damage. But this way, I guess nothing really changes. I guess if we played him last turn, then we could have played Rocco to grab a spell to exile stuff. Yu Sozon. Yu Saozan. Yu Su Zun? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Let's see. Timer is running down. Let's see if that means that they are being rude about it or if they are just really thinking. They're really thinking. Okay. They might be able to get through. I don't think they'll be able to get through this. They all have double strike and trample. So you need, let's see, 16. You need 2, 8, 10, 12 blockers. You have 12 blockers. So you technically might live. Maybe. If we drew that land for Topiary Stomper, then that would have been, we would have been in a really great spot. But as it is, oh, I'm totally getting rid of the lifelinker first. No doubt. I should have got rid of the flyer. Okay, boom, 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 boom. How does the math work out? No, that was just first strike damage. Alright, there was no chance at all. Good game. Alrighty, 3-color Naya enter the battlefield. This hand looks pretty darn good. We're going against Noni. Right, Rockfall Veil. Okay, it's only when you have 4 or greater, right? Okay, so you're not going to grow that soon. But you are at 2-1 to start, which is Chihuahua. We'll play you. I plan to block. I am announcing it. I have declared that I will declare blockers. You didn't believe me? Ow! He died. Okay, well, we'll get our life gain out there, and next turn we can play Arlen, start gaining some life. And then Rocco will probably be a turn 6 play, so I'm guessing Jetmir will be the next. Ugh. Yeah. Gross. And we don't want that to flip. We also don't like him existing at all. You Howlpack Piper, I don't like you. You just put stuff into play. Like, he can put his whole hand in and then flip because he didn't play any spells. Dovalaz, Huntmaster. That is a really big dude. And the alternate art, Yow. Yowza. Okay, well, we'll trade. And... okay, so they get to look at the top 6. Okay, we are in some deep, deep trouble here. Deep, deep trouble. Oy. Getting a 2-drop is not going to help us. It might help us if we do this, though. Getting a 3-drop. Take action. I would like to brutally cathar you. It's nighttime. I'm a silly goose. Okay, so they get to cheat this in, and everything gets bigger, so I'm pretty sure we're actually dead on this turn. I forgot about that. Okay, they get to fight. That was an odd choice. Oh, they don't get to put stuff in because it's flipped over to nighttime. Okay. And once it gets tramply, it's gonna get dicey. Huh. Play the line. We can double spell here, but that means that they can put Caretaker back into play. Interesting. 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 I mean, if we do this, and we do this, I think we want to put a counter on him, so he's just a bigger blocker. And then Arlen, you become a dude. Look at you, you're a dude. And we swing. It flips, which is bad, but also good. It's mainly bad. But it doesn't flip until the next turn cycle. Ay. Ay. This is not so good for us. Not so good for us. Do we want Arlen? If she gets to attack, she attacks better than Lunarch Veteran. And we know she's flipping because they didn't cast any spells. At least not to my knowledge. So this gives us a chance to double spell if we draw a creature. Or draw anything, really. We draw something! Woo! Okay. They got Kessig Naturalist off the top. Oh yeah, they get to do that. Alright. Well, we are definitely dead. Yeah. That's the game. You can try to hold it off as much as possible, but it's not gonna... It doesn't make a bit of difference. Alright. Well, no sense in drawing that out. They have the superior wolves. Ooh, this hand looks promising. We're playing Anaya Enters the Battlefield deck against Edamame. Mr. Soybean. I love Edamame. I haven't had Edamame in a long time. When you've got stomach problems, that's one of the things I have steered away from. I'm not sure if it will hurt me, but I've been hurt before and I don't want to get hurt again. I've been hurt before. Alright, here we have to go for a treasure token. Didn't get the land, so got to try and ramp into some of these dudes. Next turn we can Greeters into Veteran and get even better. Ooh, you know what I've got. What are you more afraid of? I'm guessing you're afraid of Jetmir. Though Rocco should be the thing you fear the most. I mean, look at him. Gallagreeters, okay. No blocks. Let's see what we draw. We draw land. Nice. So we could Gallagreeters. And that's it. We could Jetmir and that's it. Jetmir and that's it is kind of cool. Because these guys get a little bit bigger. Lunarch Veteran's a little nice. Or we can Rocco into a Lunarch Veteran. But I don't want to do that. I think we Jetmir... Let me get rid of our treasure token. Maybe we Gallagreeters? I think that's putting us in like a really rough spot. I want to use our mana efficiently though. So we use all of it. And then I think we just get the 2 tokens. Treasure token, treasure token. And no attacks. But now we've got bigger dude. Bigger dude. Okay, are all of your lands pain lands? Except for Plaza. Hey. That's gotta hurt. Jetmir, you can hop in front of Thalia'd be okay. I feel like you have some sort of combat trick. I don't really care about the Peacekeeper. I care about you growing forever and ever. Okay, you kill my dude. You could have just killed him anyway. That is a nice one to be seeing. Okay, so we can 5, 6, so we can Lunarch Veteran into really anything. So let's Lunarch Veteran. First thing we'll do is gain life. I mean, they don't have anything they can play. So we'll gain the life. We could Rocco, but I think I want to Arlen, because that'll get us all the modes. We get all treasure tokens back. Gallagher's get a little bit bigger.
You want to fight me and my pack?
Bam! This gains us the most life. Gives us the most bang for our buck. And we don't have vigilance anymore. They still have a 3/3, so we'll hang back. Make them do some swinging. It ain't mean a thing if it don't got that swing. They have to attack all out if they want to kill Arlen. They don't want to. Play another initiate. So we've got Rocco. Let's just do this. She's gonna flip. And then we do nothing. Nah, nothing. The best answer to whatever you're doing. Joda. Okay. Ow. This is gonna really hurt. You know I have Rocco. Oh. I guess that was a desperation thing. Alright, good game. The play there was to use Rocco, tutor up the guy that exiles, and exile their dude. Except for it's nighttime, so he would not exile. He would just be a 3/3 first striker. But we would still be in a decent position, because we first strike that guy, do a little chumping, and yeah, okay. So how did we do? We won a lot, and then the ones that we lost seemed like they were unattainable. You know, it seemed like we just got that little bit behind, you know, either being on the play or just being that one step behind where it's like, okay, one more life might have made the difference. But yeah, it handled really well, and there were a couple of times where people scooped just. It seemed early, but I think the writing was on the wall, especially if you know Rocco is there. It's like, okay, well, what could they have? Okay, they could have Brutal Cathar and just get rid of my blocker, and then, okay, then I'm done. Spirited Companion was amazing, just drawing cards and just being a body, and then gaining a ton of life off of both Lunarch Veteran and Gallagreators. And Arlen, I think that I've got a new respect for Arlen, Pax Hope. Before, I just kind of thought she was not that great a planeswalker, but being able to both make the wolf tokens, and then the next turn you +1, she'll flip over and be able to get in for 5, and you can just bring in Ambush, Viper, whatever they've got going on. Very useful. So I would definitely play this deck. Might change a little bit of the lands. Not sure how to go about that, and might change a couple of numbers on these creatures. And the fun thing with this is you can really toolbox this to whatever standard kind of changes into, with whatever enters the battlefield creatures you can find that are useful. Especially, you know, the next set that comes out has some cool dudes. You know, Rocco basically makes, you know, Park Heights Pegasus is a 5 of right now because you got 4 here, and there's your 5th. So yeah, fun deck. Hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.